Good afternoon, Ryan and the rest of the Steam Force. I'm thrilled at this new relationship, and I just want to quickly run through the three wines that you've agreed to take on initially. The Verge, which means making wine on the precipice. I'm sorry I don't have the Cabernet with us, which is the one that you've taken, but the label is the same, I assure you. We seem to always be on the verge of craziness in the wine industry, and today we can talk about the heat a little bit. The second wine is the Herald Merlot. This is the proclamation, or the news, or the great news, or the new news, the immediate news, and that's what Herald means. And of course the last one is the Conspirator, and it's a conspiracy that you need to pay this much money for a Napa Valley Cabernet, let alone an Oakville Cabernet, which is what this is. All of our wines are single vineyard, single varietal, single vintage, no yeast, no acid, so this is as natural as you can get. But when God invented temperature, we managed to turn the tanks down, we settle out all the haze, and we can bottle without filtration. Everything is next to a very famous neighbor who charged us twice the price, east facing morning sun. We don't use clones, we use mainly field selections, and each one of these vineyards I've been working with for more than 20 years. And our standard viticulture these days is regenerative farming. What's going on in the industry right now in terms of the harvest? We are talking about a lot of heat, and typically we have flowering and harvest, which is around about 100 days, but because of this heat, combined with what we have out there, a little confusing, but Napa Valley is normally about 120 days and Alexander Valley is 130 days. We're coming off that. And so instead of bricks increasing gradually along with flavor and tannins, we are now having bricks scream up. And we go 21, 23, 25, 27. So the correct viticulture is helping us pick earlier and make the wines at the same time as complex as possibly can. So we're getting the shoots in vertical position, we're not doing too much leaf removal, and our key is to try and make our wines close to 14 alcohol. If you pick early because you want lower alcohol and you don't have ripe fruit and tannin, you can imagine that the alcohol sits out on the back of the tongue, and because the fruit and the tannin are finishing short, it will taste alcoholic. Versus if you wait till 28 bricks, as we typically do in Napa, and you get alcohol burn on the finish. So 24 bricks gives you 14.4 alcohol, 28 bricks gives you 16.8. And when we talk about style, we talk about red fruit and black fruit. Alexander Valley typically has more acid, more structure, more zip, more electric, more bright, which is exactly what the Verge is. But because of the ripening conditions and the training that we do in the vineyard, we actually make it a little bit blacker. So more blueberry, black cherry, and plum is the description of the Verge Cabernet. Bright bank Merlot is also key, and that's the way we make the Herald Pomerol style. A little bit of clay, so we irrigate to the clay. We keep the humidity high so that we can take the bigger berry versus Merlot all the way through to harvest, and we can extract the heck out of it. Conspirator, sandwiched between Mondavi, Beckstoffer, and Farniente in Oakville, which obviously those wines are extremely expensive. Typical Napa Valley is going to be sweeter, more texture, high pH, usually higher alcohol, usually a little bit more fructose. I won't go into that right now. But what we're doing is we're actually harvesting a little bit earlier and trying to make the wines a little bit more structural and with less alcohol. Stem, man, I'm thrilled. I can send you more videos on these in more detail in the future, but hats off to you guys. I just want to get this video out there to introduce ourselves. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.